Hey everybody! Sorry, I have food in my mouth. Happy Wednesday! How's everybody doing today? It looks like Sophia's having a rough evening. Sophia had a good day up until she made dinner. Dinner failed in all caps. Even though she followed the recipe and she's mad about it. Now it's all in the trash because she knows she wouldn't have eaten it. I'm sorry. That's so frustrating, especially when you put all the effort into it and then it's awful. Some recipes are just bad. So I am very sorry. Anita is here over on Twitch as well. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? Molly has joined us over on YouTube. She says, hiya, go to relocate to the bedroom and read while seeing all of you on the TV. I'm going to be very large in your bedroom. Anyway, Swank has also joined us. Swank says, howdy everybody, happy World Dance Day. Dance. Happy Zipper Day. I am not currently, I am wearing zippers. I've got zippers on pockets because I have pockets, y'all, in my yoga pants. I have pockets. And happy Viral Video Day. I don't have one of those. But yay, thank you, thank you. Welcome in, Swanks. Molly, Swank says, Molly, I'm in my recliner all cozy. Slept like crap last night. My brain is really fuzzy. I hate that. When you don't sleep very well and then the next day you're just like, like that's me. When I haven't slept well, I'm just like this all day. So, Sophia says, sure, brag about having food in your mouth. Babe, it's Lunchables. It is literally prepackaged deli meat, crackers, and cheese. So, is it food? I guess. In that I put it in my mouth and it makes my stomach stop being hungry. But, let's see. Hattie has joined us over on YouTube. Hello, Hattie. Hattie says, don't know how long I'll be able to stay on. A friend is coming over for us to make honeysuckle tea, tincture / syrup. That sounds amazing. I hope you guys have a great time. That sounds real, real cool. I have a friend who makes me ginger syrup. I mostly use it in the summer, though, instead of the winter, because I add it to my iced tea, because I make regular black tea, well, decaffeinated, but regular black tea for when it's warm, to be refrigerated. So I have iced tea, and so, like, I'll put some of that in it. Oh, God, it's so good. So, yay. Daniela has joined us. Hey, Daniela. I got to see Daniela last night. Was it last night? I'm pretty sure it was last night. So, welcome in, Daniela. Glad you could join us. Huzzah. What's everybody working on today? I have convention stuff to work on because, of course, I do. I have lots of convention stuff to work on. This is that time frame where all the conventions that I do, like mid-April to the end of May. Mid-April to the end of May is where all the conventions that I do I have to do stuff for all of them right now. So, although I just heard a thump, Basement Cat is up in the upstairs, and I just heard a thump. and I don't know what it was. I'm guessing he tried to jump on something and it fell. So I may have to run down there when we start the sprint, y'all. All right. Kayla is here. Hello, Kayla Grace. Good to see you over on YouTube. Welcome in. Welcome in. Sophia says, evening goal, writing and reading and watching a video on YouTube. And do at least some cleaning because, of course, this failed recipe used everything. Because, of course, it did. Of course it did. Kayla Gray says hi to everyone in the chat. Daniela says, today I was productive in the morning, put out a video, and then felt slumpy the whole afternoon. Oh, girl, I feel you. I'm like that every day. I'm like, start strong, and then... Hattie said, we missed Redbud, our favorite, and Violet season this year. Aww. But you got Honeysuckle. So Daniela says, also lovely to see you in sprints yesterday. I was so glad to be able to catch you. I know I didn't stay, like I stayed for a couple sprints. I was mostly quiet and lurky lurk because I was working on some stuff that I couldn't really pay attention to video for. But I was happy to pop in. That was fun. Anita says, I'll be attempting more editing. Excellent. In my experience, when you attempt things, you do the things. So I have faith. Swank says, I'm going to work on my Bougeot May spread. Excellent. Love that. Hattie says, I'm working on clearing notifications. Yesterday was so busy, I barely looked at anything. Yeah, I have most notifications on my phone turned off because, yeah, I ain't got time for all that shit. So yeah, it doesn't take me long to get through my notifications because I'm like, nope, don't care. Nope, don't care. Nope, don't care. All right, I'll leave that one up. Nope, don't care. Nope, don't care. I mean, that's super easy for me. My emails now, that's a whole different story. I'm perpetually behind on emails. So yeah. So like the way you are with notifications, I am with emails. So this first sprint, I'm gonna finish my, my lunch / breakfast, my brunch. And then I'm probably also going to go investigate what that noise might have been. Because I feel like, so Basement Cat likes to, because my husband did not teach him not to, Basement Cat likes to jump up on surfaces. I don't like animals on my surfaces. Like, that's a thing none of our past cats ever had a problem with that because I was very involved in their training and I did not let them walk on surfaces like the desk and things like that because, and that cat kept them from ever caring about getting up on the counter, right? So my husband was in charge of training Basement Cat because basement, that's where my husband's office is, basement. And so of course he has not been taught that way. So more than once I've heard him try to jump up on the kitchen counter, but our kitchen counter is like quartz or whatever it is. I don't know, some marbly thing. And it's very smooth. And it also has a curved edge. So like there's no corner or anything. And so I have heard him before try to jump up there and not make it because he's a big boy and that's a high counter. So, yeah, so I've heard him not quite make it. Let's see. Rachel Taylor has joined us on Twitch. Hey, Rachel. Rachel says, hey, everyone. I'm working on Halo the Book, Quarter 2. I realized yesterday I have a week goal issue that runs the entire quarter. Grr. I love how analytical you are about your books. But first, I have to feed the obnoxiously meowing kitten. Vanessa's voice just woke her up. Sorry, not sorry. 'Cause kitten. Come on now. Daniela says, I should get up and figure out dinner. I think that's an excellent plan. Excellent plan. All right, shall we get into it, y'all? Shall we get into it? Let me find... Okay, wait a minute. I lost my... I lost my Spirit City. There's like 15 windows open on top of it. All right. Okay, what I need to do is I need to move the Discord back to this screen, which is where it usually lives. So, okay, because that made it very confusing and difficult. Okay, let me rearrange everything so I can reach all the things I need to reach. All right, y'all. I've got 20 minutes on the clock. I'm going to go off camera to first go investigate Basement Cat and see what he's up to, and then also finish eating my lunch. All right, so don't be alarmed when I go off camera. Not that that would alarm you. Anyway, 20 minutes, here we go. y'all. It's the end of that first sprint. How did you do? I did battle with Basement Cat, and I ate my lunch, and then I came back. Looks like we found a new spirit, so that will be something we'll do during our break. So, yes, Basement Cat was feisty. It's okay. I know how to deal with him. He's fine. So, but I put him back downstairs because I don't have time to run up and down checking on what he's demolished now. So yeah, so I got a couple scratches, but I'm good. I'm good. Nothing major. I don't even think it drew blood. I don't think he drew blood. I will tell you, I have a scar from a scratch that he did a couple months ago. I can't really hold it up. It's a bad angle for the camera. But I actually have a scar from it on my arm. But it wasn't his fault. It was my husband's fault. And so, because something happened that startled the cat while I was holding the cat. And when he went to run, he of course dug his nails in. And it was this awful jagged kind of, it's like the Harry Potter lightning scar on my arm. All right. Daniela says dinner's in the oven. Yay! Loaded sweet potato fries again. This hyperfixation is going strong. Yeah, I'm kind of hyperfixating on non-bread pizzas these days. Because it's easy and versatile. I can put whatever I want on it. It takes 10 minutes and I'm done. And yeah, that's been mine. So I feel you on the food hyperfixation. Sophia says, I read one of my witchy books in the book haul, right? From the book haul. Now I'm going to read some fiction and then write. Excellent. I love it. Rachel Taylor says, Kitty went back to sleep, so I didn't feed her until, of course, right now when the sprint ended because I woke her up again. But I did spend the entire time making minor adjustments to 3 scenes. Huzzah! Anita got some editing done. Some editing was accomplished. Good job, Anita. Rachel's putting her headphones on to solve the sleeping kitty problem because I'm loud. I can't help it. I'm Italian. It's in the blood. Hattie says, almost through with notifications. Yes. Swank says, my fixation is on carrots with peanut butter. All right, I don't think I've ever had that. Now, I've had celery with peanut butter, but I hate celery. My mom used to make me eat it when she put me on diets. But I don't think I've ever had carrots with peanut butter. I'd be open to trying that. Alicia, who joined us during the sprint, said she got dressed and started making English muffin pizzas, because that's what she's fixating on food-wise, and thinking about May stuff for her channel. Excellent. So Sophia confirms that, yes, the witchy book was from the book haul. Excellent. Love it, love it. Yeah, I got nothing done. But I did eat some of my, look, Molly, maple and brown butter. These are Pop Daddy snacks, y'all. If y'all have not been brought over to the dark side, this is your call. This is your call. Pop Daddy snacks. It's Pop Daddy pretzels because these are specifically pretzels. But they've got popcorn, which I don't love, but they've also got cheese puffs and cheese curls that are freaking awesome. Let's see. Swank says that eating carrots with peanut butter is like eating a mouthful of roasted peanuts. All right. I can see that because you've got the crunch like you would have from roasted peanuts. You get that from the carrots. Nice. That's cool. That's interesting. I love carrot cake. I like carrots, so I will try that. I wonder if we have any carrots in the fridge. I'll have to look. But thank you for that little tip. How'd everybody else do? I'm trying to think of if there's anything else I need to say. No. Okay, so I absolutely need to get on my emails today. So, during this sprint, I'm first going to go through the emails of the last couple days and see. Oh, wait. Woo! We fed the dragon. Thank you, Anita. We are firmly into level 19. Huzzah! So I'm going to go through my email, delete the shit that is not anything I have to deal with, and then I'm gonna start responding to emails. I actually have to send an email out to my directors for multiverse. That's probably what I'm gonna do first. I'll probably do multiverse stuff first. Here's something funny. So Holly and I were on a Zoom call last night looking at some stuff that she's working on for multiverse, and here's something we noticed. Now, multiverse, like in the con circuit in the southeast, there are a number of authors named Sarah. We have enough Sarahs at Multiverse this year on the guest role to fill an entire panel, including the moderator. Although we made the moderator a person whose real name is Sarah, but she writes under a pen name. So she was the one we put as moderator. We were just futzing around. We're not actually going to have a panel of Sarahs. But I do think there should be like a Sarah meetup. Like Sarahs and friends of Sarahs. It makes me laugh. So yeah, so we're gonna have a whole lot of Sarahs at Multiverse this year. You can just like go out and go Sarah, and like you'll get a whole bunch of heads turning. It is hilarious. We've got no less than 6 Sarahs. So, you know, and some of them are Sarahs with an H, and some of them are Sarahs without. And I think the Sarahs without outnumber the Sarahs with, unless you count the one who has the pen name. Because I think she's also with an H. And so then she ends up leveling them out. So we've got 3 of each. I know, right? A panel of Sarahs. I think that's hilarious. So, yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. So, anyway, we were goofing around last night. Holly's working on something that is going to be really, really great, but it won't be till next year that we'll be able to use it, but it's going to be amazing. So, all right, let's get back into it. At the break, we will meet our new spirit on Spirit City. I do need to actually go off camera at the beginning of this sprint because I need. So, on the Morning Pirates with Alicia and Kelly, Christina came by, and one of Christina's things is she reminds people to do stuff, and one of the things she reminds people to do is laundry. And that made me remember that I started a load of laundry 2 days ago. And I did not put it in the dryer. So, I went down during that stream and put it in the dryer because, you know, if you know, you know. If you've left stuff in the washer for more than a day, it starts smelling moldy. Makes sense, right? But you can't just rewash it. Once it starts smelling moldy, you can't just rewash it. You have to dry it and then go back and rewash it. So I put it in the dryer. And so I'm sure the dryer's done, so I'm going to put it back in the washing machine. So, y'all, life's hard, man. I can't even get the laundry right. I can't even get the fucking laundry right. Okay, so I'm gonna do that at the beginning of the stream. Go off camera, but then I'll be back and come back on camera, and then I'll work on the. Swank's like, I feel you, girl. I feel you. And then I'll come back and work on the emails. All right. I'll probably top off my tea and stuff while I'm down there, and then that way, when we go to our break, we can meet meet our new spirit. That's the word. God, words are hard, y'all. Okay, let's get going. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna shut up. All right, 20 minutes. Let's go. All right, y'all. That's the end of that spread. How did you do? Well, I went down and did the. I have to tell you the conversation I had with my husband. So I go down, and so on our kitchen counter, at the end of the counter is the air fryer, and then right next to it is the coffee slash tea maker, right? And that's where my pot of tea is. And so I'd gone downstairs. No, I'd come down, and he was just in the kitchen at that point, and I'd come down to do the laundry. I don't remember, whatever it was. So I went down, and I was like, oh, I meant to grab, yeah, I went down to do the laundry thing, and as I came back up, he was in the kitchen, and I was like, oh, I said, oh, I meant to get my tea to refill my tea. And he was like right there. So I go up to I come up here, I grab my teacup, I go down, and where is he setting up his lunch? We literally have a counter on the other side of the stove on that side, and then the whole other side is sink and counters. And so where is he? He's right in front of the coffee maker, right? And I'm just like, and that's where I was like, you literally just heard me say I was going to make tea. And he's like, and the air fryer's going because he's got the stuff in there, but he's like setting up his plate and doing all that kind of stuff in front of. And I was like, you just heard me say that I needed my tea. And so you set up in front of the tea. And he's like, well, if I set up in front of the air fryer, then I'm in my own way. And I'm like, so instead you'll be in my way. And I'm like, there's still 3 minutes on the air fryer. It will take me less than a minute to top off my tea and put honey in it. And he's like, and he's something like, I didn't think of that or whatever. I said, of course you didn't, because you're like a 16-year-old boy. And he was like, I am a 16-year-old boy. And I was like, or no, I said, you're like a teenage boy. And he was like, I am a teenage boy. And I started to say no. And he goes, I'm 60 years old. I'm a teenage boy times 6. And I couldn't really argue with him. I could not argue with him. So, yeah, that's my husband, y'all. That's who I chose to spend the rest of my life with. He's such a dork. I was like, oh my God. All right. Let's see how everybody did that round. Y'all know how I did now. So let me scroll back up. Oh, and Valerie joined us over on Twitch. Hey, Val. Good to see you. Good to see you. Rachel says, worked and got through 3/4 of a longer / tougher scene. Excellent. I'm having to think through how to adjust it to strengthen my previously weak story goal. Excellent. Good, good, good. Great job. Sophia says, I enjoyed reading my novel, and then it reminded me of a TV movie I watched as a kid, so I had to try to figure out what it was called. And then I found that on YouTube, so I might watch it when I'm done with my tasks. I love that. A little nostalgia, right? Valerie started lunch prep myself. Oh, your husband. Yes, that's how I go through life. Oh, my husband. Anita tweaked her BookBub ad and edited a couple scenes. Good job. So instead he's set up in your way. Yeah, that's my life. That's how it goes. Sophia says, I've edited 2 scenes and decided I will finish this tomorrow because there's not that much left. Yay! That's awesome. Daniela's about to eat dinner, but got some worrying family news. Oh no. Well, sending you all the good vibes, Daniela, that whatever it is resolves in the best way possible. Ugh, that's rough. Hattie says, combed and rebraided goddaughter's hair down to my last notification. Friend is on her way to do our edible flower stuff. That's so exciting. All right, y'all, we get a little break, but like I said, I topped off my tea and all that already. I mean, with no help from my husband, clearly. So we're going to meet our newest spirit. First, I'm going to put 5-minute break time on the red timer. Turn the red timer on so y'all can see how much time we have left. But shall we meet our new spirit while everybody's still here? Okay, here we go. I love this one already. I love this one already. Look at how cute she is. A harmonifly. I love it. Or maybe harmonifly? Musical brilliance inside a tiny winged body. Harmonifly, or, well, I'm just going to go with that. Flits about the great outdoors, drawing inspiration to compose songs that stimulate thought, aid concentration, and soothe the soul. For centuries, this spirit's specialty was classical music, but it has recently started dabbling in lo-fi compositions after the emergence of this new influential genre. Decked in a dapper little suit and bow tie, vibrant patterned wings, and a beaming smile, Harmonifly makes a great first impression, which comes in handy since this spirit loves to socialize. It has a soft spot for music lovers of all kinds, regardless of taste or talent level. And if it suddenly pauses during an activity or conversation, don't be offended. The spirit often gets distracted by a new song popping into its head and stops paying attention completely, humming gently to itself until it snaps back to the present. Oh my god, I love this one. I love, love, love this one. Okay, spirit companion, look! Look! Oh my gosh! Look at the back. Alright, let's see what colors we get. We got brew and green and red. Oh, I like this one. Purple and yellow. Oh, I'm turning myself around. I like the purple and yellow. I kind of like the pink and blue too. This one's really cute. And purple. And multicolor rainbow pride. All right, this can be hard to choose. I really like these two a lot. I like the contrasting colors. I think the purple and yellow for now. What do y'all think? Sophia likes the light green. That's pretty. That last one, this one, the yellow and purple. Yeah, I really like the yellow and purple. It's almost June, go with the rainbow. Okay, that's a good idea too. What do y'all think? Rainbow? All right. I mean, what the hell? I'm gonna buy all of them. We already know I'm gonna buy all of them, so we're just gonna do that now. Okay, so they're all bought. So you know what? We'll do the rainbow in June. I think let's go. I really like the purple and yellow and the blue and pink. I like these two. And you know me, I'm not normally a pink girl, but I really like these. I think we'll go with purple and yellow for now, and we'll make sure, don't let me forget in June when we're streaming, that we will absolutely get us a Rainbow Pride butterfly. But I think I want to go with the purple and yellow because I just like that combination. I do like the pink and blue though too. I like them both. All right. We'll start here, and if y'all remind me at the next break, we'll change over to one of the other colors. Look! Look! She's conducting! Okay, this is my favorite, I think. This one and the fairy, those are my favorites of the garden spirits so far. They are so cute. Let's see. Hattie says they're all pride flags. Yep, the pink blue is trans. The all purple is actually ace. The purple yellow is something too. I can't remember. Yeah, they always have pride flags, and especially they always have trans colors. Every single spirit, every single item of clothing, there is an option that are trans colors. So I love that. Oh, timer's up. Hang on, let me turn that off. I did not leave space to reach the off alarm button. All right. Let's see. Yes, I love this butterfly. I freaking love it. One thing, I don't know if you guys noticed when we had the other spirit up earlier when we were luring this spirit, but it was dancing. It was like dancing to the music. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Let me see. Let me see. Which one did I have up here? I had the one we did last time, so I'll switch over. It was this guy. So watch. So if you watch, he's dancing. I love that. I love when they do stuff. I love when they do stuff. Okay, let's put the butterfly back. And there we go. Conducting. Okay. Let's see. Lots of talks about the butterfly. Pride flags. Let's see. Alicia ate her lunch, talked to hubby, and got some chocolate chip cookies. I want chocolate chip cookies. We might have some Girl Scout cookies in the freezer. We might still have some Thin Mints in the freezer. It depends on whether my husband ate them or not. Let's see. Sophia says, well, I'm going to tackle the kitchen. Wish me luck. Good luck. Godspeed, my friend. All right. So let's get back into it. I opened the new email that I have to send. I opened it. So, but I haven't actually, written anything yet. So I'm going to do that right now. Dancing squirrel is adorable, right? It was so cute. It was just, I noticed it when I first, started everything before the stream, and I set it up to, be looking for this spirit, and that little squirrel is just doing this, just boogieing his little tail off. Let's see. Valerie says, I have to day job and then later read my editor's edit letter and try not to have a meltdown. I mean, I feel like we've all been there, or most of us have been there, and those of us who haven't been there, it's just a matter of time until we are there. So, all the good wishes, friend. The non-binary. It's the non-binary. Excellent. Thank you, Hattie. Huzzah. All right. Let us get started. 20 minutes begins now. Also, I really do not like the new sound for the timer. It makes me happy. Okay, y'all. That's the end of that sprint. How did you do? I have a smoothie, a little smoothie. So I heard the blender going off, right? And so I called down to him. I said, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Blending." Like, I know that. What are you blending? And so he was blending a whole bunch of fruits. And I said, "For what?" And he said, "A smoothie." I said, "Can I have one?" And he said, "Yes." And he brought me this with this gigantic straw. So I just took the straw out to drink it. Oh, it just made a mess on my desk because the straw was dripping. I should probably wipe it off. That will probably help. Anyway, so I have a smoothie. So I don't know, Rachel, if you were here earlier for my ridiculous conversation with him about my tea and stuff, but yeah. So yeah, we have multiple straws like this, the really thick ones, and then like just like this but thinner. Yeah. So all right, let's see. Ariel joined us over on Twitch. Hey, Ariel. Good to see you. Good to see you. Also, Hattie had to drop, and hopefully she is like deep in her huckleberry or honeysuckle. Honeysuckle? Is that what she was working on? Honeysuckle. I knew it was something with an H, and yeah, whatever. So I hope that's going well for them. Ariel says, "Just here to decompress for a little bit." You are always welcome, my friend. I did outline 2 chapters last night, so that's my writing related win for the week so far. Yes, I love it. Let's see. Valerie ate some pork chops. Nom. Rachel Taylor says, "Aw," about my hubby. And then this, let's see. Daniela ate dinner and turned on the dishwasher. The cheesy goodness hit the spot. That sounds excellent. Rachel Taylor was, the smoothie to straw ratio was just cute, right? Gigantic straw, tiny little smoothie. Daniela says, "But now I can barely hear you over the dishwasher." I will talk louder. No, I won't. I'm just going to talk the way I normally talk and, put on headphones, put it by your ear. I don't know. I don't know how to help you. Molly's here. Hey, Molly. Next sprint, take shower, then leave to see doctor. Yes. Yes. Alicia said, "I finished my cookies, got frustrated with planning May stuff, so I worked on my unread TBR spreadsheet." Excellent. Nice, nice. Let's see. Rachel says, "I worked the entire time. I'm on a nice streak here, which is a good thing, as I've got to get in 5 hours today to meet my monthly goal, which ends tomorrow." Yes. So, that's really good because I know you had a rough week last week, right? Because last week, if I recall correctly, there were a lot of things that happened at the beginning of the week that totally threw your week off. So, yeah, I understand that. Okay. Yep, last week set you back. I like that you have monthly goals, like you have weekly goals, but you don't like let those get you. Like you have monthly goals, and I think that's a great way to do it. Yes, divide it up by week, but you still have time to get caught up if you need to. So I think that's awesome. All right, shall we do another sprint, y'all, and then we'll have another little break. Oh, I'm tired. I am so yawny lately. I know what it is. It's just like I'm very sedentary right now, and I'm not really doing anything physical. And I know that's it. I know that's what it is. All right, it's fine. I ain't gonna die, hopefully. All right, 20 minutes, y'all. I'm just babbling at this time, so I'm just gonna start the timer because nobody wants to hear that. So, 20 minutes. Yes, Alicia, let's go. right, y'all. That's the end of that sprint. And we get a little breaky break. So I'm going to go through the chat real quick, then we'll take a break. I did get 3 emails written, but I've only been able to send one because I'm waiting on some information from the other 2. I'm about to get the information on one of them, and the other one I'm just waiting on somebody to come back onto Facebook. Although it says they're active on Facebook, you know, you never really know. All right, I had asked, let's see. Valerie said, as some smart person once said, when you're juggling deadlines, some are glass balls and some are rubber balls, and you can drop the rubber ones, but not the glass. And I said, yes, that's absolutely true in my experience. You prioritize the glass. And then I asked Rachel how she rewards herself for meeting the monthly goal. Because what she said was, I need the goals to keep myself going, weekly with flexibility, monthly where I reward myself if I meet them. No annual goals though, as that feels too overwhelming, which I totally get that. Let's see. So Rachel answered me and said, I increased my monthly budget spend on advertising. I really enjoy playing with advertising, but the Meta Andromeda upgrade means I'm working at a hard loss. See, I don't even know what that is because I don't do Facebook ads. Insert massive bout of tears here. If I meet my writing goals, I give myself a dollar amount for the next month to lose. So that's really cool. And here I was thinking, take yourself out for lunch or something like that, but you're using it much more smartly than I would, clearly. Sophia says, be very proud of me because I just did 3 loads of, now she said laundry, but later she corrects herself to dishes, which is good because when I originally read it, I read it as laundry and I did not understand what was happening. So I'm going to read it correctly. Be very proud of me because I just did 3 loads of dishes and dried each before the next. And I literally never do that. I just do one, let it drip dry, then pile up the rest for the next day, i.e. in 4 days. Yeah, so here, I'll even give you. So I am proud of you, Sophia. Valerie says, Meta was trying to get me to upgrade my Instagram to Pro for $1 or something. And I'm like, stop trying to charge me to let the people who follow me see my posts. Oh my God. Yes, I hate them. I hate them all. Sophia said, also, stop trying to charge you so they can know even more about you. Yeah. Rose Evenstar joined us over on Twitch. Scared the hell out of me by feeding the dragon while I wasn't paying attention. So thanks for that, Rose. Rose says, I hate all the verified accounts on social media. So pushy. Yeah. But then if your account gets taken down or locked or something, having verified is about the only way to talk to a human. And even then, it's a roll of the dice, right? Sophia notes that on Tumblr, anyone can buy a check mark or 2. No verification needed because it means nothing. It's the same on most. The original idea for the blue check mark on Twitter was so that, you know, we knew that the person speaking was actually the person they were. It was mostly for celebrities and stuff. Okay, see, that one didn't scare me as much. But it looks like we're breeding now because I see a big heart. So, Sophia. Oh, we got a stripy one. Still got the square eyes, though. I don't love the square eyes, but I dig the stripes. I dig the stripes. All right. Let's see. I think I'm almost caught up. Molly says, shower done, but way too early to leave. Well, hang out with us then. But good job on the shower, man. I have to take one of those. Rose says about scaring the crap out of me, because I literally said it scared the crap out of me. Rose says, I had to get your attention somehow. You are such an attention whore, Rose. You know I love you. You know I would never intentionally ignore you. And also Pixie was sad. Yeah, it's true. Rose says, I was feeling ignored. I'm sorry. Yes, I was very focused. I was trying to do multiverse emails. You're going to get an email later. And now you'll know what I was like. When you get that, you'll know that's what I was working on when you scared the crap out of me. So, yes. And Sophia says, Rose, I'll always love you. Alicia said, I'm still working on my spreadsheet, inputting authors I couldn't remember. I got about 120 authors in. Whew, that's a lot. Excellent. Love between Sophia and Rose. Let's see. Ariel went lurky lurk. I'm assuming she's doing the work thing, day job stuff. Let's see. Anita worked on some graphics. Sophia says creepy smile for Pixie the dragon, but much nicer. Agreed. Agreed. I definitely like the stripes better than the spots, especially when they make the spots red, because it just looks like it's got the measles or somebody's just beat the hell out of them. Rose says, I was so torn between breeding or feeding because of those red polka dots that just made me think the dragon was sick. Exactly. Not looking like it's got the pox anymore. Exactly. That's why I waited until the timer was almost up to scare you. Thank you. I very much appreciate that little bit of courtesy. Let's see. Alicia says, I still have a ways to go, even with 120 authors on the list. Holy shit. That's big. That's big. Okay, let's take a little break. I do need to go off camera for a couple minutes. Let's see. Look, the colors are like a compromise between our favorite colors. Black and red for you and purple for me. And my thing is, I don't necessarily love black and red specifically. I do like black and red, but I just like red. You know what I mean? So like, if it was red and white, red and purple, red and green, like, I don't care. I just like red. So, yes. Yes. And I do like the purple. And I'm a purple fan, really, like, also, especially, like, the dark purple, like the royal purple. Love that color. All right. I'm going to go off camera for a few minutes. If you need... That was super weird. So, I had my red timer set at 5 minutes, and then I moved my mouse a little, and then it changed to 2 minutes. That was really weird. All right, anyway. We didn't do this last time because I didn't leave, but if you need something to eat, you need something to drink, you need to use a restroom, this is a perfect time to do it. We set this time aside. If you have been sitting this whole time, especially if you've been sitting since the beginning of the stream, please get up, move around a little bit, get all the creaks and cracks out of your body. It will thank you later. Also, I did not give you a reminder to take your meds if you haven't taken your meds. So if you haven't taken your meds, take your damn meds. Not your mom, you ain't got to listen to me, but you know you need to. So just do it. All right. Alicia says, remember, this is my I think you mean unread. It's so funny because it could be undread or undead. It could be anything, although I know it means unread. TBR spreadsheet. Holy shit. It's probably what mine would be. I'm afraid to put mine in any kind of list because it's so much. Sophia says, I'm going to bed, but we'll be back tomorrow because I'm taking the day off for Beltane. Yay! Awesome. Sweet dreams, Sophia. Have a great night. We will see you tomorrow. Alicia's reminding us to hydrate, stretch, take your meds, eat something. I knew what you meant, Alicia, unread, but I really liked reading it as undead. All right, let's be right back. I will meet you guys back here in 5. Be right back, y'all. Really digging that music. All right, I'm back. We got about 30-ish seconds left on the break. I need to take some more of my vitamins. There we go. See, I'm taking my meds. You should take your meds too. All right. What else? Whew. I'm tired. All right. There goes the timer. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I'm really going to get my shit together, y'all. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my shit together. There we go. All right. Timer is done. Are we ready to get into another one? We ready? Yeah? Anybody? Everybody? Everybody still off at break? Okay, we're going to switch. What we are going to do is we're going to switch the color of our, spirit companion over to pink and blue, because I also think that's super cute. Rose, look at our adorable spirit companion. Isn't that baby cute? I'm going to move the timer up a little so we're not in the way of the... So, let's see. Alicia stretched and continued on the spreadsheet, so we good. Excellent. Huzzah. All right. 20 more minutes on the clock. I really like that pink and blue. It's really cute. All right, we ready? Here we go. That's the end of that sprint. How'd everybody do? I actually sent out an email. Yes. And I wrote another email, and it hasn't gone out yet either. I'll get it sooner or later. All right. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Kelly Colby has joined us. Speaking of emails, one of those emails is yours. Anybody who is a multiverse director or assistant director who is on this stream, you have an email. Go read it. All right. Kelly says, happy time zone, my friends. I'm sorry I'm late. I took a shower and ate lunch and then got distracted with ordering a banner. I feel like we've all been there. I understand entirely. But we're glad you're here, Kelly. Welcome in. Let's see. Molly, on the other hand, left. Molly said, leaving now. Thank you for sprints. See some of you tonight. And that is in reference to the 100-page reading club thing that's going on Alicia's channel tonight. I think at 8:30. And that's on YouTube, y'all. That's not on Twitch. That's on YouTube. Let's see. And Molly left me on for the watch hours. Thank you, friend. I'm so far away from that. Like, I have to get, I think, I was just looking at it. I have to get 3,000 valid public watch hours in a year. I'm at 328. So, you know, those of you who are in TWT, go back and watch some of those old videos from the discussions that you missed, because that'll give me watch hours. All right. Let's see. Rose got my email. Excellent. Excellent. Rachel Taylor says, working, 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 and more working. Good job. Good job. Good job. Valerie says, woo! The day jobbing continues until the work is gone. That's so depressing. And Alicia says, I'm still working on my spreadsheet. Got to number 175 with authors. Lol, some I remember and some I look up. Ooh, girl, that's a lot of authors. Yes, 100 Pages Book Club discussing Pride and Prejudice tonight at 8:30. So discussion is tonight. Y'all, that came up so fast. I wanted another week or two. But do we start reading the new book now, which as you well know, I don't have, because I'm still waiting on it from Libby, or do we actually start reading next week? Do we get like a week off in between discussion and starting the next book? So yeah, so that discussion is at 8:30 tonight. Rose says, if I just open the stream on YouTube, does that count? Yes, that counts. Well, if you open it and leave it open. If you open it, it counts as somebody who watched it, but the time, like, it counts minutes. But you do have to leave the sound on the video. If you turn the sound off, it won't necessarily count. If you leave the sound on, but then mute the tab itself, then you don't have to worry about the sound. Let's see. Anita, like I said, is still working on graphics. Huzzah. Let's see. Daniela said the watch hour requirement is a bit brutal. Yep, I'm also not really close. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. But like, you know, I also use that channel for people in the Writers Troupe in the Facebook group. You can go in and look at all of our past Sunday discussions for like the last 6 years, 5.5 years. So, so yeah, so like there's a lot of content there that could be watched if folks want to go back and watch old discussions. All right. Kelly says, we'll start Six of Crows next week. Okay. So I'll get it. Cause like I said, I think I've got still got 6 weeks to wait, I think. Let me look. Hang on. And I also kind of looked all over the place. Yeah, 6 weeks it says. I like looked all over the place to see if I could find the ebook or whatever for a reasonable price. But like the cheapest I could find it was $10. I'm not paying $10 for a fucking ebook. I'm just not doing it. Well, yeah. So let me look. I mean, I would do it for an indie author, maybe, but I won't do it for a traditionally published author. So yeah, so I've still got 6 weeks to wait. So maybe I can just like plow through the whole thing in the last week. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so we start reading Six of Crows on May 6th. And I'll be like, the 11th is my anniversary, the 12th is my birthday, the 15th is Frolicon through the 18th. So like I'm going to lose like a week and a half, like a whole week anyway to stuff. Rosie! Yay! Rose even stars over on YouTube for the watch hours. You're awesome. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, let's see. And that's it for that. Okay. So this would normally be our last sprint, but I think I'm gonna go a little long today because I'm actually finally feel like I'm getting some shit done. So we'll probably have at least one extra sprint, maybe two, depending on how I'm feeling after this one. So stick around. We'll do this a little bit more. Oh no, Molly. Oh no, Molly's appointment was at noon. Oh no, so you missed it. Well, fuck. I'm so sorry. I've done that before. I've usually done it the opposite way where I've come like literally a week before or days before. Oh man, I'm sorry. Ugh. And that like kind of sinking feeling you have when you realize it. Oh, it's awful. I'm so sorry, Malls. I really am. I'm really sorry. So did you, yeah, Alicia, so did you reschedule? Were you able to reschedule it? And I hope it's not a long wait. It's always the worst when it's like a doctor that you can't get into for months and then something happens and you're not able to make the appointment or whatever. Alicia has to go pick up the kiddos from school, but she'll be back. All right, Alicia, you be careful out there. People are crazy. Drive safely. All right. I don't know. I say that all the time, but like it's one of my things. So one of the rules that my husband and I have, it's really my rule, is that we don't leave the house without saying goodbye and I love you, right? And be safe and stuff like that. Even if we're sleeping, like even like if he had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go somewhere, which is not a thing that happens, but even if he did, like if he doesn't wake me up when he comes home, I'm mad, because like you never know when it's going to be the last time you see somebody, so like I always want people to know how I feel about them. So please be careful out there, Alicia, because we love you and value you and we want you safe. All right. Yeah, I actually yelled at him when we were first together. We first moved in together. It was before we got married. We were living in Florida, and he was going to the office at that point, and he had gotten up and gone to work that morning. And when he came home, I was like, "What the hell?" And he was like, "What's wrong?" I was mad, and I was like, "You don't leave without saying goodbye." He said, "But you were sleeping." I don't care. I'll go back to sleep. Don't leave without saying goodbye ever. Ever. So, yeah, that's a thing. So, anyway, all right, let's get back to work. Yes. Let's get back to work. Got 20 minutes. I have a couple other emails I need to send. Let's go. All right. How did everybody do? I sent another email. Slowly but surely, I'm getting there. And I'm in the middle, and I just sent a message to the chairs on Discord because I need some clarification on something from them. And yeah. So, Molly's having a rough day, so everybody send good vibes to Molly. But Swank returned, so welcome back, Swank. Valerie said, "Ha, I was just coming to check if the stream had frozen on me, and I missed the timer end." You did not. We're right here, and it just ended. So, so how did everybody else do that round? Like I said, I got some emails done, and also messages. I'm trying to get my shit together. I'm working on it. It's just taking a minute. So let me know how you did. Molly, do you at least have some ice cream to make you feel better? Or it doesn't have to be ice cream. It can be whatever gives you joy. Whatever that looks like. If that means playing a game, reading a book, eating some food, dancing around your living room, whatever. I hope you're able to do that. Valerie made some progress, but got sidetracked by seeing the title for the new Sarah Reese Brennan book. Excellent. I know on Morning Pirates this morning, Alicia and Kelly fell out of their chairs with joy because apparently the Raven Scholars book 2 is coming out in October of next year. That was just announced, and so there was all kinds of rejoicing. I still haven't read book 1, although it is in my Libby. It's just sitting there waiting for me, but I haven't had time to get to it. Let's see. Rose says, "I'm putting my new desk chair together." What? You got a new desk chair? Is it like ergonomic and everything? Like, I'm so happy for you. Rachel says, "Still working. That went by fast, so I must be in the zone. Go girl. There you go." Valerie says, "Long Live Evil is fantastic." So, of course, I have to look that up. Old Lady Cat has joined us. Long Live Evil book. All right. I have that up. I'm going to go look at it. Hi. Yeah. I hear you. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Meow. Hi. Meow. Come here. Meow. Oh. Ow. That's my boob. All right, look, old lady cat. Okay. So, I'm going to... Oh, you're caught on my shirt, dude. I'm going to brush her a little bit because she likes to sit in my lap and be brushed. Rose says they're always theoretically ergonomic. My other one was 2 years old and started to hurt my back. Working from home plus writing, I spent a lot of time in it and they get old fast. Yeah, same. Mine is a mesh. Like I spent almost $300 on this chair and it's lasted 3, 4, 5 years, I think now. Yes, this is old lady cat. She is grumpy McGrumpy Pants like usual. She's curmudgeonly just like me. Oh, Francis is supervising because of course Francis is. Molly says, "No ice cream, but I can get some. No problemo." I believe you deserve ice cream, Molly. You've had a really rough day. She's purring. Hey. So this is actually Isabel. I know you can't see her now because she's too low. But this is Isabel. She is old lady cat. She's been very, I don't know, she's old anyway, so she doesn't get around like she used to, but it's a little worse the last couple weeks, so I don't know what's going on with her. Ghostly She is here. Hello She, how are you? Rar. Rose says kitty, and Valerie says mew. Anita finished the graphics and went back to editing, realizing the airships are very lax in security as a sword, cane, or maybe an axe and a gun were possibly transported on board. All right, smuggling is a thing. Kelly says, recorded my Kooky Mayhem announcement, now to edit it and get it posted. Awesome. Oh, Shy. Shy. Okay, so that's what I was wondering that. Okay, welcome back, Shy. Glad you could join us again. How are you doing today? We've got about one more sprint. I'm probably just going to do one more. And then we're going to wrap it up. So feel free to let us know what you're working on today. My little cat, I'm brushing my cat. And like I said, y'all can't really see her right now. I'll see if I can pop her up a little bit before we start the sprint. I don't know. She doesn't seem like she wants to. So, but let me see if I can. Come here. Can I come? Can I lift you up for a second so people can see you? There she is. There she is. Okay, that's all you get because she doesn't like that at all. So, all right, let's go ahead and get going. I think she probably wants some food, so I may go downstairs. I don't know. I might just pet her or, continue to brush her and just see how that goes because sometimes she just wants to come up to be brushed. Shy says, sore, need to do dishes and laundry. Got my 3 project that I started this year typed up except what I wrote this morning. Awesome. Good job. Good job. Anita says they weren't even smuggled. They were just carried by passengers. They were just, hey, what's up? Throwing their weapons around. All right. Well, let's get back into it. I have cat hair in my nose now. Y'all. Okay. Let's get into it. 20 minutes. Here we go. All right, that's it, y'all. That's going to be the end of the stream. How did everybody do? I got more emails sent. Yeah, so I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling okay about it. All right, I missed a bunch of people. A little bit of conversation when I was petting Isabel or brushing Isabel at the beginning. Excuse me, of that sprint because I couldn't get to my keyboard. But I did manage to get her ears partly clean at least. It's very hard to clean her ears, and her ears get very dirty very quickly. I don't know why. And so it's always a struggle to keep her ears clean, especially since I have to put her thyroid medication in her ears. So that makes it even worse. So I managed to do one swipe of her ears. I was able to get her ears. They're not completely clean, but they're better. So I'm going to try again later. So I've got these little finger wipes. And I hate the smell of them, and she probably does too. It is supposed to be coconut scent. It does not smell like coconut, y'all. I mean, I don't even like coconut, and it doesn't smell anything like coconut. It still smells bad. But at any rate, I did that. So let's see. Scrolling back. We talked about smuggling, and then Angel Faye came on. Angel Faye came on while we were doing that. Let's see. Rose says, "Oh, welcome in, Angel." I'm sorry. I'm just out of it. I'm not usually this behind on the chat. So Rose says, "Cat hair in my nose is the story of my life." I mean, I feel that. Angel says, "Hey" to Rose. And Shy says, yep, and dog hair. Oof. And then a bunch of hellos with folks. And then Angel went lurky lurk before bed. And then I apologized to Angel for missing her before lurk because I was grooming the cat. Then I went and washed my hands. And then Molly says, "Woot, Kelly." And Molly says, "I shall be drowning my sorrow in food as black as my mood. Dark matter, brown batter, ice cream, Cheesecake Factory Blackout Mini Cupcakes, and Cheesecake Factory Belgian Chocolate Cheesecake Slice." Excellent choices. Ugh, that means I took a shower for no reason. Giggle. But you can check that shit off your list. That's a thing. That's a thing you did. You can check it off your list. Swank says, "Vanessa Six of Crows is on KU. I do not give Amazon money for ebooks. I do not buy ebooks from Amazon. I try not to buy print books from Amazon. The only time I buy ebooks from Amazon is if they're not available anywhere else, and if I have digital credits. So I'm not spending my money. I'm spending credit that Amazon has given me for that. So I do not have a KU subscription. But I appreciate the heads up for those who might have a KU subscription. So let's see. Kelly says, "I'm about halfway done with the Cookie Mayhem edit." Excellent. Rachel is at 3 hours done for her daily goal, which is great. Time to break for lunch. Excellent. Sorry, too much talking equals yawning. Molly says 12% into Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim. Okay, that is just like the best name. Those finger wipes are awesome in the pet spa ASMR videos. I'm sure they are. They smell awful. Let's see. Kelly says, "Aw, I read Miss Frisbee to the kids when they were little. So different from the cartoon, but we had a great time with it. Yay." Valerie had to call the boss to confirm info, and they chatted about job stuff and also the Supreme Court ruling. I know, right? I hate them all. It's all awful. All of it. Okay. And there's been so much stuff. Like Florida just passed the gerrymandered map. The Supreme Court just decided that redistricting based on racial makeup so that minorities get equal representation is now apparently unconstitutional. So, yeah, I hate this timeline. I hate them. I hate them all. Okay, I haven't actually delved into the Supreme Court's actual decision. That's just based on headlines. I haven't actually looked at the actual decision. Valerie's like, it's the worst. Yes, it is. It is absolutely the worst. And I don't feel like rating today, so we're probably just going to drop off. But let me let y'all know the upcoming schedule as I know it. And there are some changes this week, just as a heads up. Tonight, oh, is it tonight? Oh, no, it was last night. Never mind. Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to be right back here at noon. We'll go from noon till 3. And then at 7 p.m., hopefully Amelia will be back for her writing sprints. She had to cancel last night because she was just completely wiped. So hopefully she is rested up and she'll be able to do sprints tomorrow night at 7 p.m. These are all Eastern time, by the way. She goes from 7 until 9. And then on Friday, I will not be doing Zoom sprints. My mom has a doctor's appointment on Monday, and I remembered yesterday that I needed to schedule her lab draw for that appointment on Monday. And so I've got to do that on Friday. And the only time that worked was time right in the middle of our Zoom. So no Zoom on Friday for me. However, Rachel Brune should be back. Rachel Brune should be back for her Friday night writes at 8 p.m. Excuse me, she goes from 8 until 10 Friday night. Then on Saturday, 10 a.m., we have Saturday Discord sprints with Dalen. He goes from 10 till 12. You just go into the TWT Discord. If you're not part of our Discord, you can just type in !Discord into the chat and it will give you the link. But you go into the Discord within the sprinting section of the channel list. You'll see a voice channel. Hop in there at 10 a.m. Dalen will be there and y'all can do sprints until 12 or, whenever he knocks off. So that is Saturday. On Sunday morning, we have Sunday morning write-in with Lisa Raby. We should know in the next day or two whether she's going to be doing it or whether Dalen's going to be doing it. Either way, it runs from 10 a.m. until 12 p.m. on Sunday morning. God. Blah, blah, blah. Stop it. Ooh. Blah. Okay. If it's with Lisa, it will be on Google Meet, and the link is in all the places that it needs to be for you to find it. And then if it ends up being Dalen, it'll be back in the Discord. But either way, it will be 10 a.m. until noon. On Sunday evening, we have our usual Zoom chat at 7 p.m. I really encourage you to go into the Facebook group if you're a part of the group. Go into the Facebook group and vote on the topic or topics of your choice. That post is within the Sunday evening event that is in the group. So definitely go vote on the topic or topics of your choice, or if you have a new one that you want to put on the list, you're also welcome to do that. That chat will be from 7 p.m. until about 8:30 p.m. on Sunday evening. Then not that week. Hang on. I have to delete that because that's only every other week. Okay. Then on Monday evening, 9 p.m. on the Go Indie Now Network on YouTube, I and Joe Compton will be co-anchoring the late night news for you. We have several stories to share with you that are of interest to indie creators, particularly authors. That will be 9 p.m. Just search Google. That's not right. I mean, I guess you can search Google too. Go to YouTube, search for Go Indie Now. You will find the channel. Subscribe to the channel, and hopefully you'll get notifications. So yeah, that's at 9 p.m. We will be going over the news of the month. 9 p.m. Monday evening on the Go Indie Now Network. On Tuesday, 7 p.m., we have writing sprints with Amelia. She goes from 7 until 9. Then that brings us right back around to next Wednesday, where we'll be doing this again, right here at noon. Desiree! Welcome, Desi. We are just finishing up. And I'm not even going to raid because I'm not feeling like it. Um, so glad you could join us for the last couple of minutes. I'm sorry you have a migraine, but all the hearts for you, my friend. And I hope you're feeling better soon. Valerie had to run and grab coffee and take ibuprofen. See, everybody's got pain in the head today. All right, y'all. And Desi and I are going to, at some point soon, plan remember last year we talked about doing a 6-hour stream, but then life got in the way for both of us, and so but we are going to get together and we will be putting up community goals to get rid of all of those channel points y'all have for both of our channels, and so then once we reach that, she and I will coordinate and we will do a long mutual stream where we're together and just being ridiculous, and y'all can ask us anything, and it'll be insane and fun and dumb and all the things that are the best things in life. It'll be me and Desi, coffee and tea, and we'll be good. All right. I know, it's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun. All right. So that is everything. The stream is done, but y'all please feel free to continue to go off and work. And there's lots and lots of streaming and sprints and all the things and all the places. Go do the things, enjoy the people. And we'll hopefully see you guys again tomorrow. Bye!